Let's talk about the PropStream Advantage. I really like PropStream as a tool that helps you look at data and make better decisions, and also as a marketing tool to start finding properties and deals before other people find them. And so it works really great that way. It ties into nationwide data, and so it doesn't matter where you live, you can use PropStream, and it's going to get that multiple listing service information, ownership information, mortgage information, tax information. We get a pretty good picture on what's happening with the property. And even when I'm looking at the multiple listing service with a real estate agent, it gives great data and lets you understand a little bit more of what's happening in the property. And so when you do that property search, what you're going to do is you're going to, either type in an address, a city, a county. You can look by, the APN number. You can start doing custom searches, and then it pops up on a map, and then you start looking at each individual property. And so the marketing aspect is what's really important for you because it gets you targeted leads, people that you can, send postcards to or letters or knock on their door or, find emails, those type of things. So you can start contacting people when they're going through that decision process of whether they're going to need to sell the property or not. And so you start seeing indicators of, hey, something's wrong with the ownership of the property. And it's not just that, oh, the property has problems with it, it's the ownership that has problems with the property. And you start looking and you see, oh, there's pre-foreclosure listings. There's listings that are failed, so they put it up, they tried to sell the property for 90 days. Now that listing's expired. Wonder what's going on in their minds. Are there bank foreclosures? What if a property's vacant? Okay, what does the United States Postal Service have to say about the property? Is it because they haven't moved in yet or they've abandoned the property? And then you start going through, are there tax liens or mechanics liens, something going on that's showing that there's a lien against the property, and those are indicators of financial problems. The owner has issues there. We get a good idea of what the mortgage and interest rates are. And we get to see who the owner is. Is it a non-owner occupied property? What's the mortgage like? Is it an LLC that owns it? There's lots of good information as you go in and start looking at these, very specific items over here as you see the details on a property. The other thing, it's another source for comps, comparative values. And we start looking at things and it starts helping you get to know the market that way. And so kind of the basics are, hey, we see ownership information, we find details about the property, we see the sales history, we see if it's listed and what that listing looks like. We get information on a mortgage. Hey, is this something that we might be able to assume? Do we like the mortgage rates? Is there an owner financing capability in the numbers there? We start seeing the liens and foreclosures, the tax information. They even have a mobile app now to make it easier. As you're driving around, you can look up a property that you see, the lawn's not taken care of, or there's other signs of distress. So we're going to dive in deeper. This is just a quick introduction to the features, but start going through all the videos here and you can see how, with this software program, you could become more sophisticated in your investing and have more opportunities to find properties. I really like PropStream as a tool that helps you look at